Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Ultima Underworld. And when we last left off, we had got all of the talismans and all parts of the Key of Infinity. And it is now time to go and search for the bones of the brother of Tybal. And there's one area of the map we haven't yet explored, which is over here. And we're going to try and explore it. There's a ghost somewhere on this floor that we've completely and utterly not managed to find. And fire elementals, let's not forget them. Oi, fire elementals. There are loads of them. We need to be careful about it. There's only one I can see there. We can't make a jump for there over... We could, actually. If we were careful about it and quick. Let's try. Oh, that's not careful and quick. Quick, jump up here before a fire elemental decides to fire fire at us. Excellent. It's the area we have not yet explored. I don't know what's beyond here, or what to expect. Except maybe monsters. The odd rat. These are bones? They are not special bones, they are just bones. There are probably very hostile monsters over here. That is an upset rat. We shall leave the upset rat alone. That is probably not a calm and peaceful monster. That monster is probably dangerous and will try and kill me. Let's explore, shall we? That's a... Oh! These are going to be hostile. No avoiding that. Ghosts and headless? I don't think I've seen a non-hostile headless the entire game. Though that is befitting of headless. These, however, are not tough monsters at all. We could deal with headless and ghosts. Definitely. But that ghost is running away, but run away into a corner. You'd think they'd be able to just escape that corner, because they're ghosts. But apparently not. Nothing of interest over here. What about over here? Hello? Ooh, a loaf of bread. Why is there a loaf of bread on floor 8? Seriously, why is there a loaf of bread? Hello, spider! How are you? You running? Don't run! There you go. You're dead now. Shouldn't have attacked the avatar, should you? Haven't got very far in searching for things here. There's a pile of bones here. Not any particular pile of bones, mind you, although there are a lot of places in this area still to explore. Let's keep looking. What about over here? Monsters? Gotta be some form of monster over here. Hello, rotworm. How are you? You're dead. So, aggressive rat? Aggressive rat. They weren't too dangerous on floor 1. I'm not sure why on floor 8 they're going to be any tougher. Don't see anything particularly interesting over here. Nope, and nope, nothing interesting there at all. Fair enough. Hello. You are actually not aggressive. You're just upset. I'm surprised. I thought you'd be aggressive. There are boulders, so it's obviously not going to be that way. That is a golem. I highly doubt that's a friendly golem. I'll have a check. But no, it's hostile. Let's go and defeat it, shall we? Hello. There are a lot of runestones there. If that is going to be anybody's bones, that's probably going to be the wizard that we're searching for. It's probably his. After all, there are lots of runestones. If we didn't have every single runestone in the game, that would be useful to us. However, we do. So, we're just here for the bones. And there is a golem here that now finally is actually going to actively try and hit me. Ow! Stop that! Stop trying to hit me. Why in this game as opposed to any other game? I mean, in Ultima 7, your items never got damaged. Or maybe these items are actually not as well made as the others and thus get damaged a lot faster. You are dead! Excellent. A pile of bones. Now, a map case. Is this going to have a scroll in it? It had time stop in it. What else do we have? A ring. A perfect gold ring. Is it a magic gold ring? I don't know. But I'm going to presume that these are in fact the bones we are looking for. Because if I don't, then we aren't going to get very far, are we? I'll take the ring with me. Is it a magic ring? It is a perfect gold ring of invisibility. And also remember, he said that the bones look like they were by a knight's remains. There in fact is a knight. Or at least a knight's remains. So I dare say we have probably found the bones we are looking for. Excellent! Let us make haste away from here. I have no desire to remain here longer than I need to. Especially with the potential of fire elementals, who will probably try and destroy me. Now the problem is, getting around is going to be tricky. We could go up and around, but that way provokes some danger. But we need to get over anyway, so let's go this way. I'm sure the fire elementals will ignore me. I'm sure they won't ignore me, but there you go. We don't need them to ignore us before we have entirely got past them, without any particular danger or threat to us. Excellent. We'll take these bones down to floor 5. That, after all, is where we need to bury them. Besides, we do have a time stop spell active. That's actually quite useful at the moment. That time stop spell stopped that fire elemental from chasing me. So we're going to head through Tybal's quarters, and we're just going to head... Oh, time stop spell's over. Imagine if you, the fire elementals, like, noticed me going by. We're like, hey, wait! We want to throw fire at you! And then they couldn't, because we stopped them. I could jump there. But I remember what happens when I try to jump here. We don't manage it, but let's try anyway. Hey, it worked that time. Off to floor 5 we go. One of the places with the bones is actually going to be, the graves rather, is on floor 5 is going to be where we can bury this guy. At least he can finally be at rest, and maybe he can actually give us better clues and items, or talk to us more willingly or freely. That would be handy. So we'll go this way. We are very close to finishing the game now. We are actually very close indeed to finishing the game. Once we actually find out what we need to do with all this information and with all these items, we could pretty much just go and finish the game. And that is something I might just do. Go down here. This is the last time we're going to be going down to floor 5. The last time. We do not need to go down to floor 5 ever again after this. We don't ever need to go down to this floor ever again. I imagine probably down here Sir Cabirus is also buried, because after all, Sir Cabirus did die in the underworld. So we'll need burying. We want to go this way, because there was a secret entrance into the burial area over here. We shall be using that to get in. And it's still open. Excellent. Sometimes they shut. They do on 7, don't they? They do on the 7th floor. They like shutting. Who keeps going around and closing them? Now, it was somewhere up here, I think. Well, we may need to search and examine all of them. But I'm curious about something. There's an area up here that is yet to be explored. Ah! What do we have here? Herein lies Sir Cabirus, No doubt where all the talismans originally were. There are not so many talismans now. I imagine they were all, as one person said, they were all plundered. Here lies Sir Cabirus, whose work created peace and harmony where there was none. May he rest in peace. Well, bad news for you, Cabirus. It all kind of went horribly wrong when you died, so... terribly sorry about that. Who lies here? Ah, this is where we need to bury the bones. Where Garamon lies, so let us use the bones. Thou hast done well. It is Garamon! And now that my bones are at last at rest, I can speak freely to thee, but my spirit cannot rest while yet this peril remains. We must open a gate, near where the foul creature my brother summoned lies bound. He must return it to the plane from whence it came. Is there no other way? No other power can defeat it, except the Armageddon spell. Oh, I know how to cast that. No, seriously, do not cast that spell. It will end all life on the planet. Oh, I know. It is a solution, though. There are better ways of doing this. Go on. Even banishing it to another plane will do it no harm. May in fact restore it to its full power if that place be like its own, but it will at least remove the threat to Britannia. So basically we're lumping the problem on someone else. No. How can this be done? For this I will need a great deal of magical energy. This will be no gentle luring, such as brought thee here, but an unimaginable vortex of interplanar energy. Where can we find such powerful magic? Tybal's orb would be perilous to use, even if it were intact. I kinda destroyed that. I thought you had. The power we tap must be carefully chosen. As thou may have guessed, I am a little out of touch with thy world. I had hoped thou might provide an answer. What would be the qualifications of what thou needest? It would be best if the source were absolutely pure. My brother found the danger in tapping powers whose source thou knowest not, and 'twould be best if Britannia herself was somehow involved. What does thou mean, Britannia involved? 'Twould help to invoke one of the elements. We work for Britannia's success, and we must hope she would lend what aid she could. I have no idea how to say that word. No idea how to say that word. I'm not even going to try. The elements? Classical 4. Earth, air, fire, and water. Yes, the source which, if we are fortunate, may even wake Britannia to our aid, should be as pure as possible. Else we risk ending like my brother. How about... There is a lot of lava! No, not... that will not do. Perhaps something else. Fire? Talisman? Yes, of course! Ah, we had to tell him about the talismans. Those would do admirably. Now we must find a means to unleash their stored virtue. We must find some latent source of power that can be released by applying the energy of the talismans. Now we can suggest lava. Yes, of course! If all 8 talismans be thrust into the volcano's maw, one at a time, I could ride the wave of such power to open the vortex. Ah, thou art wise as well as valorous. Wilt thou make such a sacrifice? Think again, ghost. Thou knowest not the troubles I went through to obtain those. Aye, though it pains me sorely to lose such tools as these. Excellent! Make haste to the lowest place, where thou must cast all 8 into the abyss. Hold back not one, upon thy peril. When they are consumed by earth's own fire, I shall unleash the torrent to gape wide my gate. With fortune's smile, we shall send our foe screeching back to its hell. Very well. Look for me there. He's talking about, floor 8. We need to go back to floor 8 and condemn the 8 talismans of Sir Cabirus, shield and all, unfortunately, back into the abyss. and hopefully use that energy to create a vortex that we can pull the Slasher of Veils into, trapping the Slasher of Veils in another dimension entirely. Perhaps in a dimension where it'll prove to be a problem for someone else, more likely it's home, where it will cause no problems to anyone, but specifically not Britannia. So when we come back, folks, we are going to make our way back down to floor 8 for our final confrontation, the first and last, with the Slasher of Veils, and hopefully complete the game. So I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.